Hey everybody, glad you could join us, and I'm going to be going through an overview of how to use StreamText and AI captions. And we'll kind of go into some detail about how it all works, and I'll show a couple of audio connection options, and let us get started from there. So how to use AI captions. The main reason, well, there's a lot of reasons for using AI captions, but really human captions are always the better quality, but cost and availability can always affect that decision. So where we're starting to see AI captions is come in for different types of use cases around that. So one case as a backup option for human captioners. It's easy to switch back and forth between an AI writer. It's also availability without any notice. Or if you need someone for a really short job, maybe a 15-minute job, it's really easy to switch on to an AI writer for a short period of time. Again, it's not the same service as a human captioner, but it definitely can fill a gap when it's needed. There's also other features, multi-language support. So being able to support different languages for captions that you can't find. For example, almost any language, Japanese, Korean, it could be German, Norwegian just came up. It may be a language that there just aren't a very high number of human captioners available as well. So it's very effective for that. And it's also very good for using for translation applications as well. You can translate into 120 different languages, and that also provides a lot of opportunity around that. And what I'm going to do is just go into an overview and a quick demo of this, but let me just talk through kind of the basics of it. It's easy to set up. You basically just schedule an event. Instead of assigning to a human, you'll assign to the AI writer. The audio, which is probably one of the more critical parts, we offer 3 different types of audio connections. I'll probably show 2 of those. I won't be able to show the SIP connection, but we have a built-in browser audio connection, so you can connect right through the web browser. We also have a phone option. You can dial in, so it's very easy to use with different audio options. We also have the ability to use all the StreamText features with AI as well. So you can send it to any platform you need to, whether it's encoding or Zoom or whatever you might be sending it out to. It's compatible with all the outputs we have, which is really nice. So translation and all that works just the same way. We do have ways of tuning it, making it better. Again, audio is probably your key thing. You want to make sure clean, crisp audio, which it really goes for human captioning as well. But glossaries are ways you can tune these. So glossaries allow you to upload 1,200 terms or phrases. The phrases can be up to 80 characters long. And those allow the AI to raise those probabilities for those terms and improve the results. But let me just go into a quick demo here. I'm going to show you how to connect up to this and walk through how this works. So on my screen here, I've got our dashboard view. And if you're not familiar with StreamText, when you set up an account, you can log in and you'll have this view. It's a full-size enterprise platform. You can go in and schedule and manage events on. And what I'm going to do is basically set up an AI broadcast. And in this case, I'm going to broadcast to our standard web-based player. Again, you can output this to a lot of different things, but our web-based player is easy to show, and it's typically the use case you're going to be using. So let me go ahead and just schedule an event, and I'll talk through this. So the event name can be, as you know, it can be, if you've used StreamText before, it's really part of the URL, and it can be up to 50 characters long. No spaces are allowed in that name. I'm going to use AI demo for my event name. You can schedule these to start at any certain time. I'm going to have mine start right away, so I'm going to leave the date and time just as they are. The next one is going to be event duration. And this is kind of like a backstop. It's kind of the estimated maximum time you think you're going to need to use the session. A lot of times you're going to manually stop these jobs, but again, it acts like a backstop in case you forget to shut it down. As long as the audio is stopped, the event will shut down. Now, if the audio is still going and you need that event to still run, as long as there's audio coming in and new text being generated, that event will stay open as long as you need it. The next one is assigning the writer. So you can see you assign this to the ASR writer just like you would a human writer. And let me assign that to our ASR writer. Once you assign to the ASR writer, then the next step is that if you want it English, United States, great. but we also have a lot of other different outputs. And this is what I was talking about. You have the ability to pick up a lot of different languages and dialects as well for the source language. So if you don't have a German captioner, you don't have a captioner in a certain language, it's a very easy way to add that on. So I'm going to leave this with English. The next one down is going to be glossary. Now, a glossary is, again, a way of tuning this. Now, you can have as many glossaries as you like. I'm not going to go in and show you an actual glossary, but it's basically a list of terms. And again, those terms can be up to 80 characters long. And that allows you to tune that engine. Once I've got that down, I'm going to leave the parsing format. We're just going to use the default. That'll automatically set it. And really, the next thing we're going to be worried about down here is the audio. I'm going to show the first time with the browser audio. So I'm going to connect through the web browser. This is a real simple way to do that. We have different configurations for this. You can hide it by default and all kinds of different things. But basically, this is what you're going to be wanting to hook up to the source of the audio. And I'm also going to deselect the chat. Now, the other audio control down here is going to be the phone audio that I'm going to show in a second. But let me go ahead and just show the browser audio. So very simple. Really what I did is I gave it an event name, start time, duration, assign it to the automated writer, and I picked my audio. And I'm going to be using that browser audio. So let me go ahead and just create that event. When I create that event, it's going to take you to an event details page. And if you do need to send out the URL, like normally you can just copy it from here and send out that URL. Just like any other StreamText event. I'm going to go to my dashboard view, though. It gives you a little better overview of all the events you have running. You could have multiple events again running or different things going at the same time, but this allows you to go in and get a better view of it. And the very first link under here when this event is live is going to be watch. I'm just going to click on that. This is going to bring up our player. Now, our player, if you're not familiar with it, allows you to set different fonts and colors, different things like that. I have mine set with black as the background and white as the text color. And but again, you can pick a lot of different themes and different looks that you want. But you're going to notice up in the left-hand corner now, I've got a connect button. So with the browser audio, you're going to click on the connect button, and it's going to give you a list of basically of what inputs you have available. So if you're thinking about this, if this was like a on-site type of production, this could be a microphone coming from the speaker. It could be coming from a mixing board or something like that. A lot of times you can provide this to a technical team, and they can, an AV team, for example, and they'll hook it up to a source audio. But it can be as simple as just connecting it to your speakers and pulling in the audio, which is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pull in the audio from the speakers we have here. And that's it. I'm going to start the call. And once I start the call, it'll start transcribing. So let me do that. And once the call is connected, it's going to keep transcribing until you either stop the event or you stop talking. And that's really all there is to it, to getting text flowing. Now, one of the things you may want to do during the event is mute the audio. You can do that from here. You can also do that from the event control as well. And I'll show you that in a second when I do a dial-in. But that's all there is to it. So now you can see I've got stream going here, and I am now going to show you the same thing, except I'm going to connect dialing into my phone just to show you a different audio source. But the next thing I'm going to do here is just stop the event. So I'm going to stop it from the dashboard. Once I stop the event, it's going to take me to an event details, and you're going to notice that event is now completed. Okay, and now I'm just going to restart the same event. The way you can do that really easily is using the duplicate feature. So I'm going to duplicate that event. You'll notice it's got everything's the same URL. It'll be the same URL I used before, except this time I'm going to do allow dial out to phone instead of the browser audio. Again, just another option for dialing in, for getting your audio connected. But again, that's really the most important part, is getting a good audio connection. So this could also be, instead of my phone, it could be a Zoom room that you're dialing into or another platform. Really, you can use that one-click number that comes along with things like WebEx and Zoom and those things, and actually use that as well. So let me just go ahead and create this event. Same thing as before, same URL. Just go to my dashboard. You'll see the event's live. Now, when I click on watch this time, I'm not going to have a connect button up here. So for me to connect the audio, I'm just going to go to this control here called the event control. And then I'm going to go down to where it says manage calls. And when you do that, you can enter the phone number directly right in here. And again, this could be a one-click number, whatever it might be, but I'm just going to enter my cell phone number. And once I do that, I'm going to add the audio to the conference. And I've got a call coming in on my cell phone here. So I'm going to go ahead and answer that, put it on the speaker. And once it says your call is connected, it's going to do the same thing it did before. It's going to start streaming that audio. And this time it's coming from my phone. And that's it for hooking up a phone, or whether you're going to use the audio browser. I'm going to hang this up now. And so it's a nice, easy way to do that. So you can go in, use your phone, you can use the browser audio. One of the two are usually going to work pretty well. Now we do have another option I'm not demoing here. And let me go ahead and stop to see that. Is a SIP audio connection. And that's really a digital phone call. Again, not as common, but if you do have a SIP option, that's another option you have to dial into the room as well. So there really are a good number of options for connecting the audio, getting that into the event. But one thing to also note, you can also switch back and forth with a human captioner on here as well. So the functions I just showed you where we hooked up with an AI writer, you can also change this writer just like you would in a normal StreamText event between a human and an AI writer. So if you need to pull an AI writer for temporarily and then get back to getting a human captioner, you can switch that on and off. Very easy to do. I'm not going to go and supposed to show that, but it's very easy to switch back and forth. But that's really all there is to it. Once you've got that done, you're good to go, and you've got your event up and running. Again, we're always here to help. If you ever have any questions or want to get some more detail on how to use the AI captioning, feel free to reach out to us. Again, there's a lot of different options for connecting, but it's all pretty simple. And it's designed to be really easy to use, very reliable, and allow you to really pull off your event as easily as possible. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at StreamText anytime, either through our website or through a Facebook page, any way you want to reach out to us. But anyways, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. And we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.